Welcome to Thomistic Womanhood. In today's video, we're going to talk about what does a woman bring to the table? It's a rude question, but it has an important answer that as women, I think we need to know. Welcome to Thomistic Womanhood. Happy Thomistic Tuesday or whenever you're watching this. So in today's video, we are going to answer a very rude question. I don't know if you've ever been on a date, and thankfully I have not had the misfortune of this happening to me, but I have heard of it happening to other women, where a guy will ask you, so what do you bring to the table? What does a woman bring to the table? Okay, well, if he asks that, that's a red flag, because that shows that he hasn't thought it out for himself and has not identified the value a woman can have to his life, so he has no business taking women out on dates. If you ever get asked that, I think what you should say is just tell him, myself and my womb. It's true. And if he pushes beyond that, like, oh well, he's the one in the wrong. However, aside from that, this is an important question that as women, especially maybe single women who are looking for a guy, this is an important question to understand. We need to understand what men value in a woman. You know, what do they like about us so much? Why do they seek us out to be life partners? Like, what is that? You know, what's driving that? That's an important thing for you to understand. And I think our society has become very good at, wanting a partner, but we're all so busy knowing why we want a partner, it becomes difficult to get, attract a partner because we don't know what they want. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. In the next video, I'm going to do about what does a man bring to the table, so today we're going to talk about what we have to offer men, that they value, because we have a lot to offer. We have our mind, our intelligence, but there are certain things that men tend to really value and appreciate more than others. And then in the next video, we'll talk about what does a man bring to the table? What do we want from men? There is often an instinct to kind of like partner up, and find someone. And as women, I think it can be very hard for us sometimes to really kind of tease out, and figure out, well, why do I want a man so much? What are the concrete things that I think he's going to bring to my life? So we'll get into that. For what we're talking about today, there are 6 things. The last final thing is not as compelling as the other 5. However, if you have it on there, it's going to make everything else like way more enhanced. But I think of these things as kind of like a badge pass in some like high security facility. I mean, if you have it, boom, you're in. Like, just show the badge, like you're in. So that's how compelling they are. And so the first one we're going to talk about is youth. And I'm not talking about like 12-year-olds, I'm talking about that age of life, about 18 to 30 for women, where our beauty is at its height. You can tell when you look at a young woman, her face can shine. There's something really vital about it. It's not vital, but the vitality, let's put it that way. The vitality in her health is really, they call it the bloom of youth. That is something that men really appreciate and they really notice and find attractive. That's why, men will often talk about that, young women are so beautiful. And if you ever look at like really wealthy old bachelors, it can be kind of gross how they're like still going after young women. It's creepy, but that's because men on a natural level are very attracted to the youth, that vitality that women have. And this is also part of the Thomistic definition of beauty. When you read the definition, splendor is part of the definition. It's order, beauty, there's symmetry there, but there's also a certain splendor. Beauty has a certain splendor to it. And youth is there's that splendor, So yeah, if you ever want to check that out, look at pictures of actresses maybe now versus, actresses that have a long career. Look at them now versus when they were like first popular and like in their 20s, Sometimes I will Google like actress name in the 90s, and then you'll see suddenly pictures of her when she was like in her 20s. And you can compare, there's a certain vitality and splendor there. Now, that's not to say that men will only go for young women. They don't. The next thing we're going to talk about is, You don't necessarily have to be young to have it. But again, it's one of those things. It's something that men really value about women and that they find attractive on like a primal level. So the next thing, beauty. No surprise there. We all know men admire beautiful women. I think us women, we can be a little hard on ourselves on what we consider beautiful versus what men consider beautiful. We will put a lot of stock in the symmetry and the artisticness, and the way it's all like laid out and the perfection of the technique, especially with like makeup. You'll see these like makeup tutorials where this girl put on like 20 products, and us women, we admire the skill and the art that went into it. We go, oh, that's beautiful. Whereas men often are like, no, that's not, So what men consider beautiful is often a little bit, it's different than what women consider beautiful. And men will place a lot of stock on looking natural, looking healthy, and beauty to them is often a smile, like radiant joy, a woman who's happy, that can be very beautiful to men. But there does, men do tend to look for a certain order in your features. If you've got an eye that's like sliding off over here, it's probably not going to be the most beautiful. Just saying. But you get what I mean. So beauty, that's another thing. If you're a very beautiful woman, regardless of your age, if you take care of yourself, you do your skincare, you put thought into your makeup and your hair and your appearance, you can look beautiful well into your old age. So that is another thing that men really appreciate about women. It's something they really value. They like women who look good and put themselves together, women who put effort into their appearance. The next one, fertility. This is something men, especially men who are, they're more, I don't want to say mature because that implies age, but a guy who's got his head on straight, he's not just trying to play the field and he wants to have children and kind of have like a legacy. He values a woman who has some fertility left. As women, we can only be, we can only bear children up to a certain age in life. And so men will often value women that have the ability to bear a child. And that is something that's really important to them. So that's another characteristic that is something men value in women. The next one, sexuality. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but we all know men like to do that. So clearly, they want a woman they can sleep with. So we're not going to go too much into that. I separated fertility from sexuality, even though they are very much connected, because with women, because our fertility is kind of time bound and our sexuality, unlike with men, our fertility and our sexuality don't always coincide, and even outside of age, us women, we kind of have, our fertility lasts, from when we first get our period to, I would say, maybe like mid 40s. If you're really pushing it. Some women, it's late 30s. But again, there is a window of time where we're no longer able to have children, but we can still, sleep with someone and do the physical act. So that's why I kind of separated those a little bit. But that's, I'm not going to get too much into it. Like, sexuality is something that a woman brings to the table. The next one, femininity. This is where you are different. There's a certain difference between men and women, and men find that very attractive. They like the softness and the gentleness of a woman. They like our unique perspective on life. Men can be very efficient and, oriented, and sometimes they can kind of lose the forest for the trees. And women kind of bring back that softness and holistic view of life. We will kind of focus on everything. We're considered better multitaskers. Nowadays when we talk about multitasking, it's often in like a knowledge worker kind of capacity, which I don't think is true. But it's, women do. We will cook dinner and watch a little kid and go, oh, I have to pee. Like, there's so many things that we can keep track of at the same time. Men, not the case. They will usually like, okay, I have to pee. They'll go take care of that. Oh, okay, I have to make dinner. Okay, oh, there's a kid. Forget dinner. There's a kid. Men are very linear, and they appreciate that difference about women. They appreciate the way we look at the world. A healthy man. Some men look down on femininity and they don't appreciate it, but a man who's healthy, if you are a feminine woman who really embraces her womanhood, Men appreciate that, you know, they see that you're different than them and they appreciate that and they really want it in their life. Femininity has a very calming effect on men. That's why a lot of men with very high stress jobs, or, you know, they're like CEOs, very wealthy men, you know, men that become wealthy usually become wealthy because they take on the high stress work that nobody else wants to do. You know, high stress work is often paid more. And so often, but not always, unfortunately. But that's why these kind of men, they seek out a woman who is softer and gentler. You know, maybe she's more joyful. She doesn't look at the serious side of life as much. Men seek out that kind of woman because it has a calming effect. It helps them feel balanced again, you know? It literally makes them feel better about life to have that in their life. And men, you know, certain men that are mature and they have their head on straight, they really value that about women. That's why a lot of us, you know, in today's world, women are we're kind of forced to take on masculine characteristics. And that's why it's harder for people to come together and, you know, kind of partner up, so to speak. You know, that natural difference there between men and women is become lost. And then it's harder for people to kind of magnetize to each other because that opposite there is no longer there. But you develop, you know, women are naturally feminine. I think we get conditioned to be very masculine, but we're naturally feminine. So if you develop that, you get in touch with it, that's something a man will really appreciate about you. The right man, you know, as I said, some men are immature. The next one, this is the final one that again is not as compelling. The ones I said before, youth, beauty, fertility, sexuality, and femininity, like I said, those are like a badge, man. You show that, boom, you're in. The more of those you have, the more you're in. Like, you know, again, there are some certain like accidental surface qualities. You know, some guys like nerd girls, you know, other guys like, you know, the preppy, classy kind of girl, you know, other guys like the girl next door, you know. So there's kind of a certain, I want to say like packaging to it, but at its heart, as long as you have these things listed and you're the particular flavor that that kind of guy likes, you know, if you're like the geek or the preppy or whatever, then yeah, boom, you're going to be in. The final one though is it's kind of like, I think it enhances all the rest of them, but it's housekeeping. You know, a lot of men want a woman in their life because they don't want to cook and clean, you know, especially if they have a very demanding job. They don't want to come home to, you know, a lot of men that have a demanding job, they don't really cook that well for themselves. They buy takeout, they eat Chef Boyardee because they're in a hurry. You know, their socks are somewhere in the laundry heap and they're, oh yeah, let me just dig them out and like, oh, they smell fun, I guess I'll wear them again, you know? And so that's why men, they value having a woman in their life because a woman can kind of bring some order there, you know? She can cook him healthy food. She can make sure he has clean laundry. And those are things that men value. Again, it's not quite as valuable as the other things, but it's one of those things where if you have that, everything else on this list is, you know, way more, it sweetens the deal, so to speak. And again, it probably sounds sexist, a lot of these things, and it can be a little concerning because maybe you're listening and you're like, well, I don't think I'm that beautiful, or I'm not young anymore. You know, I'm 35. I don't have this bloom of youth anymore. Am I still, you know, yeah, you can still get a guy. You don't have to have every single one of these things, you know. Now, if you're in your early 20s and you're beautiful and you don't have any fertility, you know, ovary problems or anything, and you're very feminine, you know how to cook and clean, like, you are very, like, you're gonna have an easy time finding a guy. The trouble might be you finding someone that you like, but that's another story and we can talk about that in the next video. But again, you don't have to have every one of these 6 qualities. As long as you have, I would say maybe like 2 or 3, you'll probably find someone. You know, men are not picky. And I think the most compelling one is femininity. I really think out of all of them, if you can have that like female companionship and that feminine view and kind of give him that peace, you know, and that soothing presence in his life, I really think that that's actually the most compelling one out of everything on here. And I think that's why a lot of women, there was a woman back in like the 1700s, and she was very charming, you know, and she was able to I think they said she attracted 3 generations of men in the same family. like well into her 80s, you know, because she kept her femininity. She was very playful, she was joyful, you know, she enjoyed life, you know, she lived with a little bit of zest for life regardless of how old she was. And so as you can see at 80, you've kind of lost your youth and beauty, you've lost your fertility. You know, it was the 1700s. Clearly these men probably weren't sleeping with her unless they were married, you know. So that sexuality wasn't really on the table. But she had her femininity, you know, and men, they flock to that like bees like honey. As long as they're a normal, healthy man who's not like emotionally damaged in some way. And there are a lot of men like that nowadays. We have a society of a lot of broken families. So some men emotionally, you know, they see a feminine woman and they want to move toward that, but they stop themselves, you know, because maybe there's some trauma there. Maybe their mother wasn't, you know, maybe she had problems with her own femininity, you know, so there can be issues. But assuming you've got a normal, healthy guy, femininity, I think, is really going to be the most compelling one. So don't despair if you feel you don't have youth or beauty. Maybe you're a young 20-year-old woman, but you have fertility issues, you know? Maybe you have like PCOS or something, and you're like, you know, I don't know if I could have kids, you know? Well, you still have the other things, so don't despair. But anyways, that wraps up this video. This is everything that a woman brings to the table from a man's point of view. Now, notice I didn't say career. Notice I didn't say, you know, high intelligence, you know. Some men appreciate that, you know. Some men want a mind mate, but it's not something that I think is as universally compelling as these things. Again, I think that falls under like what is the type, you know, what is the flavor of woman he wants, provided she has a few of these other things. But again, that's why I say this can sound a little sexist. I think us women, we want to be loved for our mind and who we are as a person. And I do think men are very capable of, you know, loving us for that and knowing us for that. But again, I'm speaking from the point of view of men. And these are the things that I feel men, you know, based on what I've seen and heard and like, you know, had men talk about, these are the things that they find the most compelling. So if you can find a way to cultivate these qualities. Now, sexuality, obviously you want to be careful about that one. Our society is very free and easy in that, and so that's not something you want to like cultivate and wear on your sleeve. But these other qualities, you know, if you have these other qualities, then by definition, like you're an attractive woman, you know, to men. So again, that's something I wanted to talk about kind of briefly today. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I hope it was concise. But yeah, so if you have a question or a comment or something, feel free to leave a comment. And if this is information you like, you know, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell so it notifies you. And I'll see you next time.